It is said that for children to experience and grow in a safe and healthy environment, an entire community of people must interact with them. After all, it takes a village to raise a child.
We have been working in about 7 different locations, as the journey has been extremely similar, very satisfying in all these locations. And the local support of the 3M team in respective locations has been extremely commendable. We deeply appreciate their contribution, and we always tell them and tell to ourselves that this is a path which is less tread, especially early childhood education. Many players have come and gone, making some sort of an impact. But to take this particular campaign to the whole 9 yards of being there in a location for a sustained period of 3 years, monitoring the outputs and outcomes at each level, is something we can be proud of at United Way, as probably one of the players who have done this particular intervention to such a large scale. It would definitely not have been successful without various stakeholders coming together to ensure that this particular campaign is internalized and seen as their success as well. So kudos to the team at United Way Bangalore and to everybody, and special thanks to 3M for making this happen.
United Way is further encouraged by the new Education Policy 2020 by the Government of India for preschool education. One of the biggest takeaways of this policy is the introduction of mandatory early childhood care and education for children of ages 3 to 6. ECCE consists of flexible, multifaceted, play-based, activity-based and discovery-based learning. Activities broadly involve logical thinking, problem-solving, drawing, painting, craft, drama, music and movement. It also emphasizes on developing social capacities, sensitivity, good behavior, personal and public cleanliness, teamwork and cooperation. For the last few years, United Way Bengaluru has been advocating ECCE with an aim to make children school ready, and this is a validation of the core principles of the Born Learning campaign.
The training is designed on 3 principles, which is pedagogical leadership, the content of the training, which is again focusing on the principles of early childhood education. What are the kind of activities children need to go through? What are the developmental milestones, in what age group, and how will that foster those developmental milestones? So pedagogical leadership. The second stream that we focus on in the training is institutional leadership. How do you become better leaders? Not just content, but how do you also become effective coaches? How do you plan an implementation? How do you make sure that the work is going down well? So that's the institutional leadership. And the third stream is the community leadership. So now that you know the content and you know how you can lead your own team, how do you also make sure that the community is engaged effectively, so that whenever there is an exit, the community is taking charge of this whole system. So these are the 3 streams on which the training is designed.
This is where social entrepreneurship differs from just giving. Giving is great. I'm a big believer that people should do giving. But while you're giving, if you can create a system, a model that can be scalable and that can change not one Anganwadi but a lakh Anganwadis across India, then it's an entrepreneurial venture because you've created something that is scalable.